Hello everyone. In this tutorial I will teach you how to work around the Nanomesh usage in Zbrush and how to preserve the UVs of the original mesh, insert mesh used in the Nanomesh workflow, okay? But first let me show you what happens when you try to use Nanomesh inside Zbrush. For this, use any insert mesh that has UVs, of course. In this case, I'm going to use the fur brush. You create a bar monkey. It's I'm going to link below the video, the YouTube video in which he showcases this fur brush. I really like it. I think it's a good buy, and it comes with this alpha brushes. Let me show you. Okay, but enough of that. All right, so let's to use any nano mesh. Just come here to create create nano mesh brush from any insert mesh brush. I already did that. I'm gonna press B, and there you go. This is a Z-Mahler nano mesh brush. All of these brushes are essentially speaking a type of Z-Mahler brush. Okay, you can come here then to insert nano mesh polygroup all. Just press space. It's already on polygroup all. If you press like this, it can have like this. Okay, so but first let me showcase this. The underlying mesh actually has more UVs. Okay, if you for example come here and simply do this, so just use the insert mesh, do a group split, come here. This also has UV, so if you morph UV, it actually works. All of his insert meshes have UV, alright, but if you do that with the nano mesh, let me just use the nano mesh brush that I created. If you do like this, for example, this is not an actual geo, so this is like some BPR, I guess. If you come here, like, I'm not going to explain to you how to use nano mesh in this video, so I assume you already know how to use this since you came here. But I'm just going to align turn or actually random edge, and then just put some random distribution. As you can see, this is not a real geo. It's going to tell you the estimation of verticals. It's going to have a little bit more than 50,000. So after you're happy, you can come here to want to mesh. And I tried to preserve the the base mesh UVs or whatever, but it didn't work for some reason. And if I do now group split, in theory it should keep the UVs, but let me hide this. If you come here down to UV map, ZBrush still recognizes that it has morph UV, but there you go. I tried to morph, it's not here actually. And for this, which one did I use again? I think this one, yeah, this one should be the tree. As you can see, these brushes here, they do not retain its UVs, right? So in order to work around that, what you can do is you can come here again, use the same brush. Just remember to use the same brush that you used before. I think it's 3. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna have to redo this video. But just come here, do a group split or split however you need. I'm going to rename them. I'm gonna call this UV sample. I'm gonna call this UV target. You can rename them as much as you want. Just please remember to to differentiate them in a way that you will remember. Okay. Very well. Now that we have this, the preferred method that I want to do is, I think I could do oh yeah, but just come here, press W to move this a little bit here, just to make it easier to select line later. I'm going to use Maya for this, so my preferred method to export, you can come here to Z plugin, and to export as an FBX. Can export selected, visible, or all your subtools. You just want the visibles. No, I don't want to export that. So I'm gonna come here. Everyone, the select keys are pretty good for me, so I'm going to export. and export whatever you need. We're gonna call them nanos. If I export it, and once this is done, we can come here to Maya, import the FBX, and there you go. You should have something like this. But in this case, I think it's better to, I don't know if it should work, but you could import this one before I press Ctrl G. So sample, these are like UV sample, so make it easier. Maya, I think it can, it's easier, relatively simpler using the outliner here. If it's not here, it should be somewhere around here. Maybe, yeah, if you click here, some of these, yeah, it should be here, like, look for your outliner. Okay, I'm gonna assume you already know how to use Maya. My apologies for that. So, in this case, like, I think it's a better idea to come here, press Shift F, and auto group everyone. Then once you click here to export, be sure that the export subgroups option is activated. This will make sure that all your meshes with different subgroups are different meshes inside Maya. I'll show you what I mean real quick. Just let me export here. Okay, export it and come here to Maya, file, import, UV target. Then come here, click on these, Ctrl G, do this, and I suggest you use the outliner. For this case, you don't really need outliner, but I don't know your workflow. You could have much more complex scene than I do right now. So be sure to use the outliner. It makes your life much easier when selecting many different meshes at once. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use a script called Facer. Let me show you. I downloaded here Facer 3.2.0 from Maya. And if you don't know how to to install this, just come to this link here, and come to support forums right here. And I think the second one, how to run, should explain to you. It's a free script, so you don't really need to buy it. Just give it a good review for the creator if you want to help him. Let me come here to UV editing to showcase what I mean. If you come here, this mesh actually has UVs, but if you click on any here, that doesn't have any, even though they have the same topology. Okay, it should be preserved, but since it's not, we need this workflow. Okay, this quick workflow. So we click here first, then hold Shift, click and drag, and click everything else, and it should click, select all these these tools. Then you can come here to the Facer, go all the way down here in the mask script. This is a really useful and simple script called transfer UVs. If you click here, you should have something like this. It's saying that it works. So if you click here, as you can see, the UV, and if you click on any of them, there you go. All of them have the same UV. That's pretty good. Now, if you want to export these, you don't need to export all these like different OBJs, because if you do click, drag all of these, and and export it as OBJs, you could have tons of different subtools here, and the vanilla subtool selection here in Zbrush is very limited in my opinion. It could hinder you greatly. So after you've done that, click File, Export Selection, and you should have file type as FBX export. If it's not working, you can come here to your plugin manager. It works for me, at least. I don't know exactly where it is. There you go, FBX Maya. This is the plugin that allows you to export have in FBX format. So You might need to restart Maya if you don't. So I'm gonna click here and finished nano. That's how I'm gonna call it. And then export. Should be exporting. And there you go, it's done. I don't know what the hell does that means, but if you can come here, this is the UV target. You can, you know, also to import, you need to go to your Z plugin. Then you click here, import. Unlike the, oh god damn it, it's doing that. Actually, it's not. I made a mistake. Just let me correct that real quick. Okay, my Zbrush crashed, but that's not really a problem. All you gotta do is, you know, quickly create a sphere here, click and drag, press T to edit, since it's a new one. I'm gonna put a matte cap gray. You can, you know, import here. Oh, actually, you can come here back to Maya. Instead of like exporting all of these as FBXs, if you just click here, you can export this as a single OBJ. And if you want, you can, you know, obtain auto groups, polygroups, auto groups inside ZBrush, and then, you know, a group split if you want that. I don't know why, but I'm going to export this in OBJ in the same place. And there you go, finished. If you import here, go to the same place, finish nano. It's an OBJ. It's gonna say it contains unused verticals. I don't know what that means, but just click yes. And there you go. But what happens is, since these have UVs, if I come here, UV map, if I click here, I shouldn't have clicked that button. Well, you know, pretty much, you know, showcase you kept the UVs, okay? But you know, you gotta ask, well, but why would you want to do that? Well, I'm happy you ask. And you know, if I divide, you know, a couple of times here, you know, you have the obvious benefits of having UVs on this, you know, rapidly placing them around with the power of Nanomesh. So, say that I have an alpha. Let me import the alpha. Go here to fur. You know, if I come here, for example, this is one of the benefits of modeling. Since they all have UVs, you can come here to masking. If you come here to mask by alpha, for example, you can, you know, mask them by this alpha. This alpha was, you know, designed for this type of UV. If you come here, you should see that, you know, they all have these markings. Then if you come here to deformation, right click here, you can go to inflate. And voila. They all look a little bit more like, you know, real fur from, you know, distance. So you can use this, you know, for your workflows, right? I was having some trouble with the fact that Nanomesh does not transfer UVs, you know, from the original mesh. So yeah, I hope this workflow helps you. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and check my other tutorials, okay? I hope you have enjoyed this video and have a nice day.